Well, hey everybody, Mark Comfort here, and thank you for joining me today. We are talking about uh, one of the most popular trends going on right now in 2022 are these hosted groups. I've done, oh my gosh, I just got back literally 10 days ago, not even 10 days ago. What am I talking about? I got back 1 week ago from a Duro River cruise with a group, with a Park University group of about 40 people. And right before that, I did a Lower Danube River cruise from Budapest to Bucharest. Boy, that was an experience, man. Put both those two on your list of things to do. And what we're finding, last February, I did a full ship charter on the Nile River. In June, we had a big group go on the Seine River up to Normandy right after D-Day. We're just finding these groups are becoming very, very, very popular. People feel safe, people feel comfortable. A lot of solo travelers joining us. And in many cases, we get a better value by what Mimi and I do in a lot of these cases is we buy half of the ship or a quarter of the ship. And by doing that, it's called a partial charter. We get a better rate to offer to you. So that is win-win on both sides. Now, if you're not a group person, you don't have to hang around with a group or do anything with a group. But totally up to you. But what we find is a lot of people, when you get over to Europe, Americans, anybody that speaks English, you kind of bond together. There's a mutual interest of what you're doing, a mutual interest of being on the river cruise, like-minded people. And I love to watch the chemistry take things, and friendships come from these groups like you cannot believe. So there's everything positive and really nothing negative. So if this is an itinerary that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. You'll learn all about it. But we've had 3 or 4 of our staff do this very cruise. Now, believe it or not, I've been to 108 countries, but I've not been to Belgium. Part of the reason why I said I wanted to do this particular itinerary is that I want to go and see all the history, especially some of the war history in Belgium. Everybody says Belgium is one of the greatest countries in all of Europe, and I believe that's the case, and I know I'm looking forward to finding out that. But we'll go and learn about the Battle of the Bulge as well as seeing all the World War II, World War I history, and history from centuries and centuries and centuries before that. So this is kind of cool. So it's the best of both worlds. If you're into tulips, if you're into flowers, this is one of the most special places in the whole world, as you see this picture right here. And if you're into countries like Belgium and Netherlands, it's just a win-win. So I think this is going to have something for everybody. Let me spend a couple minutes for those of you maybe that have not river cruised or have not river cruised on AMA waterways. Mimi and I and our whole staff here love AMA waterways. We think they deliver the greatest satisfaction and, frankly, the very best value for you. We're on one of their new ships, the AMA Mora, which we feel very, very good about. We've been on the sister ship, the AMA Christina, just last December, and it was spectacular. The AMA Mora will be spectacular too. But AMA Waterways just does so many things so well with food, with service. And by the way, the food, they will have your choice of food from the area, wine and beer from the area that we are in. Or if that's not of your interest, you just want good old Midwestern food, they've got the steak, the chicken, the salmon, all of that for you. Western food, we call it at any time. And it's pretty much all inclusive. I'd say, 90% all inclusive, which people like. Wine and beer are included for lunch and dinner, along with champagne, also in the morning for champagne. But spirits are extra, except for at the 1 hour happy hour every day, 6 to 7. Excuse me. This shows you a little bit about where and when the ships came out from AMA Waterways. And Berlitz, by the way, is rated AMA Waterways the top river cruise line in the world. We just love it because we know AMA gives you the value for your dollar and the best satisfaction, and that's what we want. We want your satisfaction. and we want you to feel like you got your money's worth. The other thing I love about AMA Waterways, this picture shows it right here. They divide, a full ship is 162 people. And a lot of times they're not totally full by design. So let's say there's 150 people. Well, they might have 8 to 10 different tours going on in one port stop. And so they have local guides that are knowledgeable about whatever it is you want to do. They have such a great selection of tours, from the cultural tours of the area you're in, scenic tours like the flowers, in this case, historical tours like what we'll see in, on every stop. We'll have obviously lots of opportunities for history, or a combination of them all. But the most important thing is you're in small groups, and that's what people like. People like small groups. AMA's very much into fitness too, so while you will eat well on board, you will have a chance to burn it off with all the walking you do on the tours. And AMA has a fabulous wellness program on board, which is everything from stretching to group fitness classes, yoga, cardio, strength training, even some dance. Okay, there we go. Great picture. AMA has won more awards for their culinary, their food, than any other river cruise line. And that, if you've been on a river cruise, you know the food is good. If you've been on AMA, you know it's great. Okay, and lots of different options, and all totally included. The other thing that I love about AMA Waterways, especially the ship we'll be on, they have a private dining room called the Chef's Table in the back. And Mimi and I will have a special evening for just our guests, just our group, in the Chef's Table, where we will have a chance to entertain you in this beautiful, beautiful dining room, which, by the way, says multi-courses. Normally there's 7 to 10 courses, much smaller portions, and absolutely one of the highlights, culinary highlights of the week on AMA Waterways. Here's a great picture of what river cruising is all about. You see the quaint little village right on the river. You see the castle up there, and we'll see a lot of castles, a lot of history on this trip. This just shows you a little bit about the staterooms, and we can help you with these. Just remember, the suites and the bigger staterooms go quickest. See the twin balconies there in the middle picture on top? That's the suites are number one. There's only 4 suites on the ship, and they go very quickly. And then the twin balconies go next. Okay, so do be aware that on this ship there are some triple and quad accommodations. So let me get into our itinerary. I think this is real important for you to know. We go out of Amsterdam, and I imagine we fly into Amsterdam. Mimi and I are going to go in a night early. There's many people going in 2 nights early, and we'll give you the options on that. We can help you with air if you want, or if you have points, you want to do it on your own, we can give you the information you'll need as to when to get in and when to leave. Okay, so here we are into Amsterdam, and if you've never been there, go in at least 2 nights, maybe 3 nights before. It's just a spectacular city. Okay, and we're going to do the first full day out of Amsterdam. We're going to go to a place called Hoorn, and this is where we have one of the tulip and bulb fields that has 1 million. Are you ready for this? 1 million tulips in this, I guess you'd call it, farm. Yeah, they do call it tulip farm. So Hoorn, I think, will be our first highlight of the colors. Look at those colors. Isn't that something? And by the way, Kim North and all the people in our office who ever been here, many went last year to the Floriade, and they said that the pictures don't do justice to how spectacular the colors really, really are. Then we go down to Middelburg, and Middelburg is really a very fascinating place with history like you can't believe. You see it here. But also this is called the Delta Works. Most of you probably know that the Netherlands is below sea level. So they've had to learn centuries and centuries ago how to control flooding, control the water. And this Delta Works is one of the largest flood control dams, if you want to call it that, in the entire world. Okay, the Delta Works. I think this is great. Everybody tells us how fascinating this engineering feat is. Okay, now maybe one of the highlights from just a unique, quaint, medieval city, spectacular canaled city is Ghent. I know Kim North has been here 3 times in our office. Ghent is her favorite stop on this whole option, on this whole tour. Ghent and Bruges. Bruges is also one of the stops that we will go to on this day, and you have your choice. This will be a tough day. Listen to this. This is your choices. You'll see the highlights of Ghent and Bruges, or the Ghent walking tour with free time, or the chocolate workshop. I'm going to go over that in a minute, or the full day in Bruges with our Church of the Lady that you'll see here in just a second. Now, if you haven't heard that Belgium is known for their chocolate, you'll find that out, and there is a workshop there. I think that's a pretty exciting workshop where a master chocolatier shows and shares his insights and how he makes his different concoctions. I think that'll be so much fun. Here is Bruges again. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site city, again known as one of the best preserved medieval cities in that whole area. That our Church of the Lady in Bruges is one of the highlights. Gosh, you know, I just got back from being gone 28 days in Europe, and one of the things that has fascinated me, we saw a tremendous amount of cathedrals, and each one of them are uniquely different and uniquely special. But in every case, it is mind-boggling to think how they could have built the cathedrals you will see, like on this trip, when they did. Absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, then we go to Antwerp, and Antwerp is another UNESCO World Heritage Site places. There's so much history in all of these areas. There is also another floral area in Antwerp where you will see it's actually a gardens and a show with over 1 million bulbs. The Floralia flower show is there in Antwerp. And so you'll have your choice of so many things to do. So many things to do. And the Rubens House is there, the former home of the famous 17th Flemish Baroque painter. So if that's your thing, that's a good thing to know too. Okay. Oh, now how about this? I think this might be the best tour of them all. The Belgium chocolate beer and waffle tasting. Now, Kim North has done this. I haven't. And I think, wow, you know, your heart doctor won't want you going there. Your blood doctor, any of your doctors won't want you going there. But you're on vacation. It's okay. Rotterdam is a city there, and we're back now to the Netherlands, where we'll be doing the windmills, and we'll be seeing the highlights of Rotterdam. And there again, you have all of these options every single day, which are included. They're all included to decide what you want to do. And the good news is you don't have to make that decision till you get on the ship. You can make it beforehand, and a lot of people do now to be sure they get what they want. But you can change it once you get on board, or you don't have to even pick it out before you go. They just have the best system. Now, I love this. Okay, here's the modern city of Rotterdam. Here's the old city of Rotterdam. All of these places have these old cities, and it's just so special. And believe it or not, when we go to Kinderdijk, that's the city and area known for windmills. There you go, right there. So, and by the way, that's the UNESCO World Heritage Site. I think that's kind of cool. And I'm big. If it says UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's going to be a special place. Oops. Okay, then maybe what Amma does here now. We're making a loop back to Amsterdam, but we're going to the most famous of all the gardens in arguably all of the world. I personally love Bouchard Gardens up in Victoria, but a lot of people say experts say this is the best gardens in the world. And again, here's where in this area there's up to 70 acres with over 7 million bulbs of tulips and other flowers. Now, if you haven't been to Amsterdam, even if you have a canal cruise, I love to do the canal cruises, especially the first day I get there, because it gives you a feel of how Amsterdam is built. It gives you a feel of where everything is. So there's just so much to see and do. But this kind of summarizes everything that there is to do and see on this spectacular experience. It's the perfect time. I think you saw the dates, April 27th through May 4th. Also a great time of the year to get great air rates because schools haven't gotten out and it's not nearly as popular. And I'll tell you, everybody that I know that goes and does this trip with the combination of the incredible flowers in the Amsterdam and Netherlands area and the combination of Belgium just absolutely loves the experience. Satisfaction is sky high. So we are looking to have a fabulous experience. We can help you with whatever kind of cabin category or accommodations that you want. I think I'll go back through all this to kind of wet your whistle one more time and let you look at the pictures. But we are here to help you. And by the way, then if you want a prepackaged, many people are doing this now, a lot more than ever before, that are using the river cruise as the nucleus of a longer vacation. And then they're doing several days to weeks before and or after the cruise. So air is round trip Amsterdam, which is a lot less expensive and easier to get. There's more schedules than when you go into one city and out of another city flying. So we can help you with your pre-hotel packages if you want to go into anywhere in Scandinavia or Northern Europe, or afterwards if you want to do something different down into Germany or France or Italy. Gosh, this whole area of Europe is so small when you think about it compared to what we're used to in the United States. So it's very easy to set up and see a lot of things that you might want to see before or after the cruise. And again, we'll help you with the air. We'll help you with the travel insurance. Prices really are very reasonable on this. Prices start at $3,528 per person for the starting categories and then go up to $4,823. We're sold out of the suites already, but the double balconies and French balconies are available if you're interested in those. So give us a call at 816-505-1500. If you have a vacation advisor, just ask for them. If not, ask for Lynette or Ariel or Stacy in our group department, and we can help you find the accommodations and answer your questions. But this is going to be a great experience, and I'll tell you, I'm excited about it. It's a uniquely polar, different itinerary with the combinations of the flowers, the chocolates, the beer, the waffles, the cultural experience, and the history in that area too. So I think it's going to be a fascinating trip, and we'd love to have you join us. Okay, that's April 27th through May 4th. And by the way, you can check us out online. This whole presentation is online. And if you register today, we're going to send you a link to this presentation. You, in turn, if you would like, can forward it on to any of your friends or family that might want to join you on this trip. And also on the website, by the way, it'll be under Cruise Holidays, kc.com. Go to our groups page and then just look for hosted groups, and you'll see all our groups. This is, I've got a group before this one in February to Antarctica, which we've got 62 people going on. 62. That tells you a lot of people like to do these type of trips as a group, and we're seeing lots of success with the groups that we do, these hosted groups. And people just feel more comfortable that Mimi and I are there in case there's an issue of any kind. We can help take care of that for you, or answer any kind of questions that you have, or give you counsel on which one of these tours that you should do. Okay, the next thing I was going to say, in July, when you go to that hosted group page, we're doing a Rocky Mountaineer trip, which is the train trip, that luxury train trip, Gold Leaf. We're doing the best category of it, the highest, most luxurious category. And we're going from Vancouver to Calgary through the beautiful Canadian Rockies to Banff, Lake Louise, Kamloops. Man, it's just going to be spectacular. Vancouver to Calgary, that's July, 7th, I believe it is. We go to Vancouver and we end up in Calgary on the 8th. So just 8 days, 7 nights, 8 days. Okay, then in September, we've got a Danube River cruise on that, again, on the big AMA Waterway ship, the one that's twice the size, width of any other river cruise there is. Maybe this is arguably the best ship in the entire river cruise industry, called the AMA Magna, and that will be on, I believe it's September 24th. So you'll be able to look at that there if the Danube River is of interest to you. By the way, a lot of people, when they do trips like this Tulip Time river cruise with Belgium in it, that's 7 nights. Well, it's very easy for us to match you up with a Rhine River cruise from Amsterdam all the way down to Basel, Switzerland. So if you want to do back-to-back river cruises, we can do that for you too. Or get you to Paris and do either a Seine River or a Rhone River cruise. A lot of people are doing that. That's what I just did. I did the Lower Danube, Budapest to Bucharest with Mimi and a group, and then we flew to, from Bucharest, we flew to Lisbon and then did a Douro River cruise. So it's very easy to do in Europe. Okay, and then in late September also, about the same time as that AMA Magna, if you want to go to the Galapagos Islands, Mimi and I are going to lead a trip to the Galapagos Islands. Now, we've been there, this will be our 3rd time, and we love the Galapagos Islands, arguably the most unique place in the whole world to go to from a wildlife point of view. The wildlife have never learned fear of humans there. I think that's spectacular when you can walk up right next to blue-footed booby or these gigantic turtles or any of these animals, and maybe they have a baby with them or an egg under them, the moms, and they're not afraid of you at all. So cool. And that ship can only hold 100 people, so it's got 50 cabins on it. The best ocean cruise ship in all of the Galapagos Islands. And that'll be a 10-night, 11-day, 2 nights in Quito, Ecuador. Then we fly to Baltras, which is in the Galapagos Islands. We cruise around, we'll see about 10 different islands, all with unique species of animals. We have naturalists on board to share the information about the ecosystem, about the animals, about all the wildlife, their mating habits, everything. And that's going to be a special. That ship only holds 100 people. Actually, 99 people is the maximum they can have. And we've got close to 40 people already on that group, again, showing you that these hosted groups are very, very popular. So no matter what you're looking for, hey, keep us in mind and tell your friends and family about us and about these hosted trips. It's always fun to go on a vacation with other people. And by the way, if you're a solo traveler, we have a lot of solo travelers, one person traveling with us a lot because they know they're going to be included in a group. They know they're going to be safe, comfortable, and secure. So if you're a solo traveler, let us know. We actually have some special cabins at special rates for single or solo people on this. If you're a triple, we can, if there's 3 people, we've had a lot of cases where moms and dads are taking their adult children. Fine. If it's just one adult child, then if you want them in the same room, we can do that. If not, we can put them in another room. As long as those triples are available, there are not many on the ship. So, hey, you know what? We appreciate your business. 2023 is going to be maybe the best year. Probably. Everybody is predicting 2023 will be the best year in the history of the vacation industry. All the COVID requirements are being loosened completely or dropped completely. I expect by the end of this year, January 1st, 2023, I would bet you 99 to 100% of all the countries of the world will drop all of their COVID requirements. So you don't have to worry about being vaccinated anymore, boosted, or whatever. Okay, it's just not having to get tested for COVID. That's a thing of the past. Thank goodness. Praise the Lord. I know I'm a Waterway starting November 1st. They don't require their guests to wear masks anymore. They did have their crew wearing masks. As of November 1st, they've given the crew the option to wear mask or not to wear mask. I think that's great because a lot of them are very tired, like we were, of wearing masks. Well, hey, everybody, we appreciate your business. 2022 has been a great year for us. And I will tell you a big thank you from Mimi and I and our staff. Monday, November 14th, will be our 34th anniversary in business. Okay? Tomorrow's Veterans Day, November 11th. A lot of things to be celebrating in this country. Yes, the elections are mostly decided. And I will tell you this, go to another country, travel the world, and no matter what you feel about what's going on in our country, you'll feel better about being a citizen of the United States of America when you get back from whatever country it is that you go to. We are very blessed in this country, and sometimes we need to get away to understand that. So again, thank you, veterans, all of you who are veterans, all of you who have family, relatives that are servicemen or women. Thank you. Tell them thank you from us at Cruise Holidays. We appreciate their service. And again, for you that have done business with us or sent referrals to us, I cannot thank you enough. That's how we grow. Mimi and I are financially stable. We weathered the storm. We're hiring. We've hired 5 more people. We kept 19 of our employees. We've hired 5 more. We're probably going to hire 1 or 2 more before the end of the year because we look for 2023 to be a spectacular year. And do me a favor on the referral side or on the testimonial side. If you're happy with our service, tell other people about us. There's a lot of people that used to have travel agents that don't have travel agents anymore. Their travel agents went out of business, or the travel agents went part-time and just don't keep up or have the buying power like we do. And let them know about us if you don't mind. Cruise Holidays of Kansas City and Comfort Tours and Travel. Well, I want to say thank you, everybody. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you, veterans. And congratulations and happy birthday to us. 34 years on November 14th in business. 34 years. This has been a great career. One of the blessings of my life is to host these kind of group trips because I slow down enough, Mimi slows down enough that we get to know people. We take time to know you, to sit with you at lunches and dinners and breakfasts, to do tours together. So we get to know you, you get to know us a lot better. And that sharing memories that last a lifetime truly, truly has been a blessing of my life. It's been a great career. We love it. And the best is ahead of us. So I hope you'll join us on this incredible, not only Tulip Time River Cruise, but Tulip Time and Belgium River Cruise, because I love the history of Belgium, the ancient history as well as the modern history. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Cruise Holidays, 816-505-1500, 505-1500, or cruiseholidayskc.com. I will talk to you later. Adios.